Curiosity is the gate to a new world. It leads the creator onto a path of exploration and discovery. It could begin with the creator becoming curious by noticing only one small part of a larger, more complex creation, like observing the flaps on the wings of a commercial airplane, that in turn fuels the curiosity in the creator to figure out how the rest of the parts came together to produce such a complex and powerful machine. Or it could begin by first observing the final product that is so stunning and complex that it creates curiosity in the creator to find out what could have been that very first simple part that came together with other parts in order to produce this final thing. Like observing a painting and pondering on the brush strokes that may have come together to make this piece of art. So curiosity works both ways, and curiosity is at the very heart of the creative process. Nearly everything around us is a result of curiosity. The device on which you're watching this, the lamp that's illuminating your surrounding, the clothes you're wearing, the very space that you're in exists because someone, sometime, somewhere consciously tapped into the human capacity to be curious. Maybe it was a thing that the creator felt could be improved, or an abstract idea in their mind that caught their attention, or a perceived problem they needed to solve. Regardless the puzzle, the force that led them on to create and discover remarkable things was the force of curiosity, a desire to learn something new. Even Albert Einstein said, "I have no special talents. I am only passionately curious." Now, during the creative process, the creator uses his capacity to be curious in every single stage. Take, for example, the very first stage. Be it brainstorming, ideation, or research, depending on the particular project, the creator begins to be curious for the very first time when pondering what is it that they're going to create, and where the first starting point of the project may be. What is the main inspiration or essential reference or information that will ignite an association in the brain, which in turn will lead to the advancing of the project. In the next stage, the creator actively experiments, ideates, puts pieces of information together under the bright light of curiosity. And by doing so, the creator actively drives the exploration of the project forward into the next stage, which is production. Now the creator is curious about every little move that they make, be it a line, image, sound, camera angle, or composition that will come together in harmony with other essential steps to make up the finished thing. The creator becomes actively curious about how to use the tools at his or her disposal in order to achieve the goal that they have set out to achieve through their project. And finally, when the project is completed and the finishing touches have been made, the creator becomes curious one last time, and that is to step back and observe from a distance what is it that they finally created. Curious again about how the project will be received by an audience. Curious about the feedback that they will get. The creative process starts and ends with curiosity. And what especially fascinates me is the role that curiosity plays in the life of the aspiring creator. The role that it plays to help that new creative to discover their creative skill or the mode of expression. Curiosity for many new creatives become the first spark that leads the creator through the portal into a new world, where for the first time they begin to envision their life and livelihood as a product of their own creative power and the application of their own creative skills, be it in the form of pursuing their long-awaited creative projects or applying for their very first job in the creative field. So this next bit of the episode is dedicated to the newfound creative, or the person who is just about to take the leap into making a life and career out of doing creative work. And this is what I have to say. Curiosity is key. Use it to discover what is it that makes you tick. What is that thing that you are so passionate about? What interests you so much that you can't help but delve into it and learn more about it without any strings attached? Curiosity will help you find that thing or rediscover it once again. And when you do, immerse yourself in it. Let me tell you a story about the moment a similar thing happened to me in my own life. I remember it clearly. I was a teenager. I was in my parents' living room and I was tinkering on the laptop surfing the web. and I happened to stumble upon an animation by the leading design and animation studio, Buck. I don't quite remember where I found it, maybe their website, maybe YouTube, I'm not sure. But what I remember clearly is that from the very first second of watching the video, I was captured. It was as if for a few seconds, I was submerged into the ocean holding my breath. The physical world around me dissolved. My vision focused into only the dimensions of the screen within which the video was playing. Nothing but the animation existed. The colors, the characters, the backgrounds, the shapes, the rhythm, the motion, the senses. It was just that. The device on which I was watching it was suddenly not there. The living room that I was in ceased to exist. All that was left was the animation. And I felt a plethora of emotions and ideas burst up like a fountain. I was filled with inspiration. Countless images filled up the space of my mind. And then suddenly, with a slight bounce, flip and stop, the animation ended. And I was released. My breath returned with a deep inhale and I was back on the surface of the ocean. What I just described is what most creatives call the creative flow. And this to me was the clearest indication on how curiosity is one of the most potent and direct gateways to flow. And just like that, the teenager was captured by curiosity. And since then, nothing has ever been the same. 10 years later, I find myself on the other side of an exciting creative career in design and animation and in a leadership role of a team of talented group of creatives, designers, animators, storytellers in a leading learning company based here in Berlin, Germany. There's no telling where curiosity can lead you. Curiosity is your superpower. Circumstances may change, your dreams and visions may change, people may come and go, but curiosity is inertly human. It'll always remain yours. So in other words, you are curiosity. So use it wisely.